Hey guys, you ready to break up a sweat? Well, Borderland Hotspots is going to the top of Mount Cristo Rey and we want you to come with us. There's a couple of things you should know before you make the hike. You might want to wear appropriate clothing, something sporty. Make sure you wear sunscreen, and you might also want a hat or a cap to keep the sun out of your eyes. You're going to need hiking shoes or running shoes. The trek is about 4.5 miles long and you don't want any blisters on your feet. All right, we're almost ready to go, but make sure you have water. The summers here in El Paso can get really hot really quick. And you're gonna need your cell phone. In case anything does happen, make sure you dial 911. All right, let's go. You know, park officials also tell us that you should come out here with a partner or in groups. But don't worry, my partner and I are third-degree black belts. All right, so we've been hiking for a while and it's really hot out today. It's about 100 degrees, so I think it's time for a little water break. Mount Cristo Rey was originally envisioned in 1933 by Monsignor Lourdes Costa, who, as legend has it, was looking out the back window of his house located in Smelter Town and thought of having a monument at the summit of this mountain. Monsignor Costa did not know if the mountain belonged to Mexico, Texas, or New Mexico. Costa then preached to his congregation and they all agreed on the vision of a cross at the mountaintop. Later, with the approval of Bishop A.J. Schuler of El Paso, 200 acres of land were purchased from the Commissioner of Lands of New Mexico by the Diocese of El Paso. Today there's a well-worn trail that takes you some 4,600 feet to the top of Mount Cristo Rey. But back in 1934, that terrain was far more treacherous with a lot of steep slopes. That year, Father Costa and several men carried materials on their backs to erect a 12-foot wooden cross at the top of Mount Cristo Rey. But work would not end there. Exactly 1 month later, a second procession took place to erect a 12-foot iron cross to replace the wooden one. In 1937, Urbici Soler, a world-famous sculptor, was commissioned to construct the monument. In 1938, Soler traveled to Austin to select almost 40 tons of limestone, which he cut and prepared for shipping himself. Work began in May of 1939, and as the story goes, Soler worked arduously from 4 a.m. to sunset every day. It's good to know I'm not the only hard worker around here. The statue was completed in time for pilgrimage on October 29, 1939. Wow, the hike up here is really worth the effort. You get to see a lot of the wildlife in the area, and from up here, the sight is just breathtaking. You get to see 3 states and 2 countries from up here. El Paso, Texas to the east, Sunland Park, New Mexico to the west, and Chihuahua, Mexico to the south. The sculpture itself is truly breathtaking. It's 29 feet tall, and it's really a sight. Though in recent years, the monument has seen some awful acts of vandalism. But there is a Mount Cristo Rey Restoration Committee that has taken it upon themselves to maintain the Borderland landmark. Well guys, the sun's setting and it's time to pack up and head back down. The downhill part should be a piece of cake compared to the uphill. We really hope you make some time to come up here and take a look at this historic Borderland landmark. For Borderland Hotspots, I'm Ira Garcia.